Social prescribing is a new term for something that's gaining popularity in the medical industry. And I'm really, really excited about it. Let me explain. Let's say you go to the doctor and you say, "Doctor, I am stressed out. I am so anxious, all the stuff that's happening in the world right now. I can't work. COVID is happening. I'm afraid my family, money. I'm anxious. I'm depressed. I really need some help. What can you do?" The doctor says, "Okay, I'm going to give you this prescription, and this prescription for anxiety, this prescription for depression, and you just take each of these for a couple of weeks, and you come back and tell me how you're doing." Okay, great. That's what happens a lot now, we know. Social prescribing is when you go to the doctor and you say, "Doc, I am really stressed out and anxious, depressed. I can't sleep. I'm having a hard time. I really need your help. Tell me, how can you help me?" The doctor says, "Okay, tell me some of your habits. How often are you getting outside into nature, the park, by water, anything at all? Do you get out? Do you do anything? Do you exercise at all? Do you walk? Do you bike? Do you swim, dance, work out at the gym, whatever? Do you do anything there? Do you meditate? Have you tried any of that? How often are you on social networking? How often do you watch the news? Do you wake up right away and watch the news and social networking, or do you listen to it right before you go to bed? What kind of things do you watch? Movies, and what do you listen to? Podcasts, and how about the people around you? Are they positive or are they kind of negative? And how is your relationship with people around you? If you're married or your relationship kids, how are things going there? How's your personal relationships? How's work? What kind of work do you have? Is it stressful? What's happening there? Do you get along with the people you work with, your boss, etc.? What kind of balance do you have in your life between work and your personal life? Is it really blurred where you're working too much, or do you have separation? Well, and then you explain to him, you talk a little bit about your life, and then he says, "Okay, I think you need to chill out on listening to the news, maybe just limit it to about 15 minutes a day. Do it in the middle of the day. Don't do it right before you go to bed or right when you wake up." Same thing with social. Time yourself. If you can't control the amount of time, you know how easy it is to just, an hour goes away and you're like, "Oh my God, what happened?" Time yourself. Give yourself 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, boom, and little timer on your phone. Try to start meditating a little bit. Consistency is what counts. Just 1, 2, 5 minutes, whatever you can do, a little bit every day. You have time for 5 minutes a day, or even 2 if that's all you can do. Just start doing something consistent to rest your mind. Get out a little bit. Once a week, you need to get out and go to the park, go to the lake, go hiking, wherever you're around, whatever you got available to you. Exercise. Now, if you can't do it a lot every day, if you don't have a gym, you don't have a pool, you don't have a facility, just get out and walk, all right? Just walking is an amazing, underrated exercise. Yoga, really great exercise. You get a little bit of meditation in there, along with the movement of the exercise. This is social prescribing, because when you have anxiety and when you have depression, a lot of the times it's because something else is happening. Now, sometimes absolutely you need some help with maybe some medication if it's very severe and you can't manage and you can't function in your life. But most of the time, it's something that you can change in your life to alleviate how you're feeling, to get relief and feel better and more peaceful or more positive. Okay, you just need someone to help you look at the different habits you have in your life. Just medicating yourself for these things, which are absolutely human emotions, is not getting to the root of the problem. There's things in your life that you can change. You just need to be aware of what they are and talking to a person to help you figure out what is it that might be causing you. Just kind of be aware a little bit and find out how you feel when you do certain things and when you don't do certain things, and you pay attention and journal and take notes a little bit. Really helps. Like, oh, I did this and this. How did I feel that today? Oh, today I felt stressful. I didn't get outside. I really need to get outside more. That's social prescribing. It's beautiful and it's very, very helpful, and it's starting to get more popular in the Western world in the medical industry. It's really taking on popularity in the UK apparently, because there's some duchess that read about Japanese forest bathing, and she got into it and started talking to people about it, and it's the same kind of thing. It's social prescribing, which is the new term they call it. Japanese forest bathing is what Japan has done for many years. They would come in, talk to the doctor, this conversation would take place, and the doctor would say, okay, you need to get out to the forest and bathe in the forest, like in a Zen light. No looking at your phone or talking to people. Just really be present with what you hear and feel and see in the forest, Japanese forest bathing, because they know that connecting to nature is essential for our health. And a lot of us in our lifestyles, this is missing, okay? So this is what social prescribing is. Hopefully you can find a doctor that believes in this, and if your doctor doesn't know about it, maybe you can explain it to them.